This is the Candela P8, an ultra-efficient hydrofoiling leisure craft that promises to deliver ultra-quiet and ultra-efficient boating. But as some of the people say around here, this is not a boat. This is a computer with wings. What do you think? Does this high-tech hydrofoiler have a place on Aussie waterways? Have your say in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like.
Developed by Swedish boat builder Candela and using hardware from Volvo's high-performance car offshoot Polestar, namely the 69 kilowatt-hour battery pack, the C8 will be an exclusive and expensive 28-foot powerboat when it arrives in Australia.
Aussie pricing hasn't been nailed down yet, but given this costs around 400,000 euros here in Sweden and in Europe, a $700,000 price would not be unrealistic in Australia.
Candela has appointed Sydney-based Carbon Yachts as the first Aussie distributor ahead of a planned local launch from late 2024. The design of the hull is fairly conventional, albeit with extensive use of carbon fibre to keep weight down. This boat tips the scales at less than 1,800 kilograms, and it also has fully retractable wing foils fore and aft, meaning you can trailer this bad boy. The rear hydrofoil array houses the propulsion system dubbed C-Pod, a rather small and low output but very efficient 50 kilowatt electric motor. And it's this direct drive e-motor that makes the magic happen, along with the foils, of course.
Candela reckons once it's up and foiling, it'll cruise fairly efficiently at 22 knots, fast for an electric boat. Top speed, 27 knots. Not too shabby, that.
Wrapping your head around how energy efficiency works takes a little getting used to, but it should be good for around 1.2 kilowatt hours per nautical mile, which is very, very efficient.
And the reason it's so efficient is because the hull is lifted out of the water, dramatically reducing hydrodynamic drag. Range, it's not great at around 57 nautical miles or about 100 k's, but hey, it's a start.
The battery pack is a 69 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion unit and is the same pack used in the Polestar 2 electric car.
Therefore, charging should take roughly half an hour to go from 10 to 80% on a DC ultra-fast charger. And while not a lot of people will have access to that, most people will have access to shore charging, and using a regular 240-volt socket at roughly 2 kilowatts, you're probably going to look at about, 24 hours for a full charge, or I guess most people will just have it charging overnight, and away you go in the morning. So when we were cruising at about 5 to 10 knots, just sitting on the main hull, and you get to 17 knots, and here we are flying, as they call it, and it is so much quieter and it's so much smoother, and it is a very different feeling to your regular boat. And one of the key things about this vehicle is the software. The software is letting the boat turn really smoothly. It is so graceful and so elegant. It's a lot of fun.
The hydrofoils use the same principles that aeroplane wings exploit to get airborne, where the water moves at different speeds over the top and bottom of the wing-shaped foils, creating a pressure differential, which in turn generates lift. There are two push rods that can finely adjust the carbon fibre foils, which are designed to flex in the middle and are more malleable than most, as the Candela's computer brain monitors and adjusts the boat on the fly so that anyone can control the vehicle, not just specialist pilots.
It is just so effortless and so easy to drive. It's a real joy. I'm enjoying this a lot. And another thing I've noticed, it's very quiet. You can have a normal conversation. There's not an outboard motor blaring at the back. It's very serene. And interestingly, the foils are also quite strong. There's actually ice here in the Stockholm harbour, and we've hit a few bits, and yeah, apparently the foils don't mind it.
The overall experience is so far removed from regular boating. Yes, it's expensive, but so were plasma screen TVs back in the day. And as a proof of concept, it's mission accomplished, no doubt about it. If this is a taste of what's to come, we cannot wait to see what the future holds for more affordable electric hydrofoils.
This is one of the coolest experiences I've had on the water, and I think it's going to generate a lot of buyer interest in Australia, especially when they get a test boat down so people can actually have a go and experience what it's like coming up out of the water and flying. It is a really elegant machine, it's impeccably executed, and it's just so different to everything else out there.